right, so we're here in Salerno, Italy, and we have a tube of Hot Wheels, and they are short card version. And it looks like I'm working with Diecast, and I don't think anyone has been here so far. This is what I've taken out. Now, that would have been awesome if it was a super, but it's not. But there is an entire tube full in here. And so it's like a bazillion degrees outside and we're walking around, but here I am looking at Hot Wheels in a tube. So let's check it out. I'll see if there's anything in here and I'll come right back. So we walked a little farther down and we found another toy shop and they had premiums. Just sitting here, so cool. And check out what we've got here, guys. We have got some Jay Leno. But best of all, I was looking Boulevard. So for some of you guys, you're like, oh, what's the big deal? I have not been able to find Boulevard anywhere in the States, so I had to come all the way to Italy. They've also got the Back to the Future Toyota pickup truck. Looks like the new Fast and Furious. Yeah, but this is totally cool. Good find. Awesome. But best of all, definitely glad they had this. So glad my wife saw this. We were just walking around looking for dresses, but we found the little toy store. So premiums, super cool. All right, number 2 here in Italy. All right, so we were walking through the store and we found a little dump bin back here. It's an Italian dump bin, so I have no idea what's gonna be inside of here. It looks like a mix. There's some Matchbox, some metal machines, some Masto, all kinds of different things. I'll take a quick little look in here and see if there's anything worthwhile, and then if there is, I'll turn it back on. If there's not, then I won't turn it back on. All right, we'll see what they got. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today we have a very special video because I am going to be highlighting all of the finds that I found during my 3-week trip to Europe in both Spain and Italy. So it was not a trip where I was focused on diecast hunting, but I definitely had a couple of opportunities to go out and look for some diecast. And sometimes things just crept up on me and I found diecast by accident. And so sometimes when you're not looking, you find diecast in the weirdest places. But I definitely did seek out some toy stores while I was there when we had time in the schedule and itinerary. But it was great because I was able to find a lot of diecast makers and companies that I had never heard of. Some that I had, including a few Hot Wheels and Matchbox that were available in the different toy stores in both Spain and Italy. So let's go ahead and kick it off right out of the box with something that I thought was absolute fire. And I found this in Italy, and we all know the company Majorette, and I know that Target carries a single card Majorette, and we've seen the 5-pack Porsches come out, Porsche, whichever one you say. They've come out in the past couple of years at Target. So I've definitely picked up a couple of things from Majorette, and I've highlighted that previously on my channel, but I saw this and I had to absolutely grab it. So I'm gonna put this guy down and then we'll pan down and check this out. Look at this set, guys. It is the limited edition gift pack from Majorette, and look at the different castings that are in here. Right off the bat, a heavy hitter, this beautiful Dodge Charger RT, but look at its next door neighbor. And this is the exclusive out of the set, and it is the Nissan GT-R Nismo GT3. This thing is phenomenal. The paint on this is absolutely gorgeous. And sitting next door is another beauty, the beautiful Ford Mustang GT. It's one of the newer body Mustangs. It's beautiful, and not to be outdone, Mercedes comes in with another exclusive inside this box, so I'll pan down so you can see this. Of course, I'm talking about the Mercedes AMG GT-R. It is a gold, black, and white theme in this box, and they pretty much made this Mercedes match with the other exclusive in the GT-R. And then to round out this beautiful box set is the Lamborghini Urus here on the end. It's in a matte black with a little bit of gold. Now it says it's coming out of Series 9, and the lady who owned this toy store, she had a few different sets of the majorettes, but this was the only one that kind of jumped out at me. There were a lot that had Italian cars. Some were some of the Porsche sets that were just different colors, but I definitely wanted to grab this one. So here's what they look like on the back, and it highlights that they're exclusives and the series that it comes out of, but these are just absolutely awesome. If you're sleeping on majorette, you really shouldn't. Majorette is imported into the United States through Jada, I believe, and so Jada has their own line of cars out there as well, but they do import the majorettes, and they're definitely cars you should consider in your diecast collection. So this was find number 1 for me, and I was totally stoked to find this, but the hunt stayed on. So let's set this one over here to the side. And now I kept a lot of these in these bags so you could see the stores they came from. And this is one of the stores that I went to in Sorrento in Italy. It was called Di Maiao Giocattoli. So the Giocattoli is a toy store brand over there in Italy, and they're spread throughout big city, small city, but this is one of the places that I went. But I found a ton of things at this store, so let's go ahead and get to those right away, and I'll start pulling them out of the bag here. All right, so first up, we found this beauty right here, and I'm talking about this beautiful Honda S2000. Now, this is a 1/43 scale. We're seeing Hot Wheels start to produce 1/43 scale. I'm going to tell you that this was much cheaper than what Hot Wheels is asking for their 1/43, and I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to buy any of those. Maybe the GTR, but at a $25 price point, I got this one for around 12 euros, and so that comes out to probably about $13.50. And that would be a better price point for the 1/43s from Hot Wheels. But man, I had to grab this one when I saw it, and I was not familiar with this. The shop owner's son took me to his private stash of diecast next door to the toy shop, and they were all in glass cases, and he introduced me to this Ebro. So if you know what this is and you know who makes this, this was crafted in 1999, so this is a little bit older of a casting. And I was not familiar with this. It looks like it comes out of Japan, so I'm going to start looking more into this brand because I absolutely love the detail on this. I'm probably going to crack this out of the box and display it that way. Right now it's still sealed, so before I do so, I'm going to learn more about it. I don't want to be cracking something open that's actually valuable and then I decrease its value by popping it out of this box. Not that that really matters too much to me, but for some of these pieces like this, I like to keep things that are meant to be in box, and this is one of them. So really, really cool. And I found another one, I believe by the same, no, this was from a different car maker. This is from a car company called Mini Champs. And this was another one that he had over there in his little special collection. It is the Porsche 911 GT3 Cup, and it is out of the brand Mini Champs. Now, Mini Champs I have seen before. This is another company, I believe, that comes out of Europe. So this is a German company, Mini Champs, but they do phenomenal work on their diecast. And this is one out of 1,488 pieces. But when I saw the livery and the setup on this car, I had to grab this one, and I was going to make it fit in my luggage, even if I had to carry it in my hand walking onto the plane. So this is just another example of a 1/43 scale that just really jumped out at me, and again was a lot cheaper than the price point that we saw from the Hot Wheels offerings, which are coming in at about $25. So super, super awesome. Here's some information on it in case you guys want to research these cars a little bit more. Here's the back side, and it's minichamps.de, which means it's out of Germany. That's Deutschland. So definitely one you want to consider. This company makes some great, and they do make 1/64 scales, but he didn't have any really good 1/64 scales that I wanted to pick up. Now, I didn't film a lot in these stores because any of you guys that have ever been to Europe and you've gone toy shopping, These stores are small, they're cramped. If there's people in there, it's just awkward. It's hot. It's really hard to just get a good angle because you're trying to reach around people to get to things. And it makes the shop a little bit nervous too when you have your camera out, like you're there spying on them, I guess. So I didn't get a lot of camera work in, but I definitely got some good engagement with some of the people there. And then last but not least, I spent a little bit on this one, and I have not opened it up yet, but you can see what this is. And this is the Ferrari 488 Challenge Evo out of 2020. This is a 1/40th scale. This one, unfortunately, is going to stay sealed. And the reason this one is going to stay sealed is this came from the company Burago. Now, we've seen Burago start to put some F1 cars into the Target stores as well. This is from a limited series. So this is a limited series. I paid 28 euros for this, so about $32 for this. This is a 1 in 500 production car. It's got the official licensing on the back from Ferrari. Here are the other ones that are available in the set, but this is the actual car that's in there, and it's got almost a Spectra Flame paint to it, and it's because this is the limited production and it is 1 of 500. These others are 1 in 2,500, but this one right here, I definitely had to get, and because of the price point, it's staying in the box. So I know some of you are going to be like, oh, just crack it open, and maybe at some point I will, but for right now it's staying in there. But I've got plenty more to show you, so let's get to it. All right, speaking of majorette 1/64 scale, I found a few of those as well, so let's go ahead and jump into one of those. This was at another Italian toy store that I found in one of the little malls there, and it is this beauty right here. Of course, I'm talking about the Nissan GTR Nismo GT3. Looks very much like the one here in the box, except it's in a different colorway, and this of course has the opening doors on it, and the one that's in the box also has the opening doors. So most of your majorettes come with opening doors. Now this is a metal top, plastic bottom. It's not a metal on metal, but I did find some metal on metal, and we'll get to those in just a second. But man, really well done. Majorette is definitely stepping up their game, and it was awesome to find some of the things that you just cannot find here in the States. So I was glad to find this one. So let's go ahead and set that one over to the side, and let's jump into the package here. Let's see. All right, another majorette, another JDM. Check this one out, guys. It is another one from majorette. It is the Toyota Celica GT Coupe. This thing is absolutely awesome, man. I would jump all over this if they had these in the stores here in the States. And I've looked in Hobby Lobbies, and I've looked in other stores that carry majorettes, and it's the same stuff that we're seeing in Target is what comes out in, you know, Hobby Lobby. So we're definitely getting a lot of majorettes, but nothing like these. So these are pretty much what you would find in Europe. You wouldn't be able to find these in the United States. So this is super cool. I paid €4.50 for that, so about $5 for these. But you know what? Worth every single penny for these two guys right here. And let's round it out with one more out of the lineup, and it is this beauty right here. It is the Toyota GT86. You guys probably know it better as the Toyota 86 or the GR86, but yeah, this is an absolutely beautiful casting. Another one, a good example. It's got the Bilstein livery on it, but just really well done by Majorette. And I looked far and wide trying to find as many JDMs as I could in the Majorette brand, because Hot Wheels and Matchbox were coming in at such a premium. But I definitely was glad to pick this one up, and so this will be a definitely awesome one, and it's going to go up on the wall with the JDM. So super awesome. All right, let's get into some Matchbox that I did find. And I was finding Matchbox about as frequently as I was finding Hot Wheels, so it was pretty much depending on where I went what they had. So let's get into the Matchbox that I found, and I was so glad this was one of them that I found, and it's in the short card version, and it's this beauty right here. And of course, you Ryo Asada fans out there know that this is the car that was his family car. It is the Subaru SVX. Come around to the back, it has the license plate that says Asada. And so I was so glad to grab this. I'd only found one in the long card that was in decent shape. And then when I got it home, everything looked great. And of course, the blister in the front was cracked. So I didn't take any chances. I picked this one up. I just dropped another one here on the floor. So let's grab that one. And because I wasn't taking chances, I bought 2 of them. So there you go. 2 short cards in the Matchbox Ryu Asada tribute to his family car. And as you guys know from watching my videos, Ryu Asada was and is my favorite Hot Wheels designer. Junimai is a close second, but Ryu Asada has made a lot of the models that I really love and really got me back into the joy of collecting diecast again. So I was really glad to grab that. And I can not pass up a Lambo when I'm in Italy, so I definitely have this one in the long card. This is nothing special, but it is on a short card, and it is in the Mattel livery with the little police bubble on the top. So I thought that was really cool, and so I picked that one up too. And it is, of course, the Lamborghini Gallardo police livery. So really, really awesome. Now, as I was looking right before I left, I was on the search for boulevards. I was reaching out to people and they're like, yeah, we're not finding them either. And lo and behold, I had to travel all the way to Europe, but guess what I found? And it wasn't at a Walmart because there are no Walmarts in Italy. I found some boulevards. So here's the first one that I picked up. And of course it is the 98 Subaru Impreza 22B, the best Subaru ever produced in my humble opinion. But it was so ironic that in the States, all the Walmarts that I've been to could not find any Boulevard, and it took me going halfway across the world to find some Boulevard. So this, of course, is number 69. Here is the entire set here. Of course, they did not have the super silhouette there. It was the only one of these that was missing, but I picked the ones that I wanted out of the Boulevard. And the other one that I found that was sitting there was this guy right here. And I know this is one that kind of got left behind by a lot of people, but I don't even know why. This thing is absolutely awesome. I was so envious of people that were finding this van. And so when I had a chance to grab one and get one in my hand, I grabbed it right away, put it in my little shopping cart and said, yep, thank you. So another one out of the same series, the beautiful Dodge van from Boulevard Hot Wheels Premium. Also, while I was there, I came across some car culture and one that I only had one of, so I picked one up because why not have 2? And of course, I'm talking about the Back to the Future, the 1987 Toyota pickup truck, the dream truck of Marty McFly. But I saw all kinds of people getting shippers at their local grocery stores and finding these left and right, but I found the one that I found, that was it. And again, halfway across the world, and I found another one. So really, really cool. Glad to find that. And then last but not least, because it was a Lambo, yes, I know that a lot of people have it. And no, I didn't find the Chase, but I had to pick this up out of Jay Leno's garage. And I'm talking about the Lamborghini Countach LP 5000 QV. I know that this is the base, not the Chase, but who cares? And I do already have that one up on my wall. I think it's up there somewhere. And if not, it will go up there somewhere. So I'm definitely glad I came across this. My wife actually grabbed this one. She's like, I want to get that one for you. And so I was like, yes, please, I'll take it. So there you go. And we're just diving in here, guys. I still got another bag of goodies here. So let's get into some of the other things that I found while in Europe. Now, space was an issue. Traveling around, it was really difficult trying to decide what I wanted to buy. There was a lot of things I wanted to get, but I had to take space into consideration. So I came across another small toy store and I found a set that I'm pretty sure we got here, but I don't remember if we did for sure. But it is out of Matchbox and it is this set right here, the Matchbox Italia. I was in Italy. It was just fate to find this set while I was there. And I'm talking about this beautiful 1965 Alfa Romeo Giulia Sprint GTA. And I actually saw a car very similar to this one in a 1-to-1. I'll post that picture up right here so you guys can check that out and see what they look like. But it was absolutely gorgeous. A guy had it in his little garage and allowed me to take pictures of it. But this set was totally cool. I wish I would have found more of this set because there are some definitely great ones out of this set. But I was only able to find a couple, so that was the first. And the second one is also an Alfa Romeo, number 1 out of the set, and it is this beautiful Alfa Romeo 4C, the nice sporty Alfa Romeo. And if you guys don't know, Alfa Romeos are everywhere in Italy, and it is their taxis, it is their police cars. I saw, you know, Alfa Romeo Giulias everywhere, and we pay an arm and a leg to have one over here, and they're a commonplace car, much like BMWs and Audis are in Germany. That's the Alfa Romeo. So this is kind of their everyday cars that you see. Not this one in particular, but the Giulia and some of the other models of the Alfa Romeos are there. But what a great set. What a great car. I'm going to try to find some more of these if possible, even if I have to go on the internet to find them. But that was super, super cool. All right, let's start getting into some of the short cards that I found. I picked out ones that I really thought were going to be great to have in short card format. So let me get these out of the bag and go through some of these with you. All right, so first up out of the bag, we have this beauty right here, and in true JDM format, it is the WRX STI in the short card. Every JDM that I saw in short card, I picked up. And JDMs are coveted in Europe too. I was talking to a couple of people in the different toy stores, and they're hunted over there as much as they are here. But you'd be surprised. The domestics are Fords and Chevys. Those are really hot commodities over there as well. So was glad I was able to pick this one up. It's not anything new, but it is on a short card, so that's super cool. And I found its partner, and it is out of the newer set, and it is this one right here, the WRX STI in white. So it's got the pink STI livery on the side there. If you guys don't know, STI does their badging in pink when it is true STI from the STI race division. So that's really cool, but that matched up really well. So I was glad I was able to find those. And not to be outdone, I found a Honda over there as well. Not many to be found, but here you go. It is the 73 Honda Civic Custom. Now we're going to be seeing a recolor of this one coming up, I believe in the L or M case, but I love this little car, and I was glad I was able to find this. So I'll put this one with the long card version on my wall, which will be super, super cool. And then I found this beauty right here, the beautiful Audi 90 Quattro. I had not bought this in long card yet, so this will be the first one in my collection, and it's awesome that it's in a short card. So this is probably one of the better castings to come out this year for Hot Wheels. I really love the way they did this, and I think I'll pick up the rest of the colors that do come out for this one because it is a great looking casting. And then found one that came out in our F case here, and I have the Super of this one, but it's awesome to get this one in a short card. And I did see a lot of Renault over there as well. Renaults are some of the taxis that you will see over there. Not the Renault Sport RS, but some of the more compact, smaller Renault. But Renault is definitely a brand you see a lot of in Europe. I know we don't see a lot of Renault here. We used to in the 80s, but not so much anymore. But super, super awesome. I was so glad to find this one. And then I started hitting some of the newer cases as well. And so I picked a few out that I thought were going to be super cool. I put some back, and I ended up grabbing this guy right here. And this is one that we're seeing right now currently out of the, I want to say, J and K cases. And it is this beautiful 83 Chevy Silverado on a short card. I thought that was so awesome. I didn't know if I was going to be able to find any of these coming back and being so far behind everybody. But fortunately, as I'll show you here shortly, some of the pickups that I had when I got back, I was able to find a few of these as well. But super, super cool. I'm glad I found this one. This was one that I really wanted to get out of this assortment. So really glad I found it. And then let's go back into the short cards for Matchbox one more time. This beautiful Tesla Roadster. I love this car. I love the way they did this. I opened this up in a comparison. I kind of regretted opening it because it was the only one that I did have, and I was so glad to find this again, and it's in a short card. So it'll be better for spacing, and I'll be able to put it back up in its spot that I took it off the wall, and I have it again in package. So super, super cool. And then last but not least, it wouldn't be a hunt without finding at least a treasure hunt, and I did find one short card treasure hunt while I was in Europe, one and one only. And it was this guy right here out of the B case it is the Surf Crate. So super awesome. I have about 5 or 6 of these in the long card, but this makes it more special. Having this in a short card version just is unique. Not for the Europeans, but for us over here in the States where we don't see these. This is super, super cool to have. And so trust me, I was looking high and low trying to find soups as well, but they were nowhere to be found. So there you go, guys. That is my haul from Europe. We've got some Hot Wheels, we've got some majorettes, we've got the Ebro, we've got these beautiful ones from Mini Champ over here, the majorette set back there. But man, I had a blast in Europe. It wasn't all about the diecast, but man, it was so great to come back with some diecast. So I was super fortunate and super lucky that my wife was taking me around, and she was even pointing out places where I could possibly find some of these. So she was helping and assisting. I was helping her shop for things she wanted, and she gave me a chance to go ahead and find some of these things for me to bring back. So once again, guys, I appreciate you stopping by the channel. Make sure if you guys are new to the channel and you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing to the channel. You'll see some different content on here and hopefully some things that you don't see on other channels. If you like what you saw, go ahead and hit that like button. It really helps me out, and it lets me know that what I'm putting out to you guys is something that you want to continue to see. And if you want to see future videos and you want to know when they're coming out, hit the bell icon. It'll be up here in the corner somewhere in this region, and it'll let you know when I've released a new video. And I'm trying to pump out as many as I can. I try to average about 1 or 2 per week, so you'll definitely see some new content coming up as I am back in the hunt mode. So once again, guys, it is Super JDM Diecast highlighting the Euro trip. And guess what? It was awesome. And I am out.